In this video, we're going to just be identifying between simple or compound and which formulas are we going to be using. So if it's simple, are you just asked to find the interest for the simple interest, or are you asked to do the extra step of adding when it asks you for the account balance? But if it's compound interest, you would find the account balance to begin with the compound formula. And in case it asks you for the interest for a compound interest problem, then you would need to do the subtracting step. So read through each carefully and decide if it's simple or compound. Is it just the first step, or is it the first step and the second step on each? So reading through the first one, Elena deposited $5,000 into a savings account that earns 5% compound interest compounded annually. How much was the total balance in the account after 3 years? Now, reading in this question, I see it says how much was the total balance? Well, total balance is your A. Then I do notice it's a compound question. So if I look at my compound section of formulas, I am just finding the A, which means I'm just doing this formula. Okay, so that one is finished. So moving on to number 2. So we can see those. On number 2, we have Hannah. She will deposit $12,000 in an account that pays 3% simple interest yearly. How much total money will be in her account after 8 years? Okay, so on this one, the question says how much total money. So again, the total money is the account balance. That's the A. So for Hannah's question, we're going to need to do simple, because it says simple right here. So we're looking at this set of formulas, but it wants the A, so we're not just going to do the I formula, we need to do both. And so that is all you're doing on today's assignment. So let's just look through a few other examples. All right, so we have Maria. She deposited $1,000 into a savings account that earns 4% compounded interest compounded annually each year. Calculate the interest Maria will earn after 3 years. Okay, so the two things we need to pay attention to are what's the question asking for? So is it the interest or is it the account balance? And this one says calculate the interest. So that means we're going to be finding the I on this one. But then we also need to pay attention to, is it simple or compound? Well, this one says compound. So that one's compounded. If we look down, I put the formulas down below so you can see them. We're looking at the compound formulas. We always have to start with the account balance, but this one wants the I, so we're going to do the account balance formula and the interest formula of account balance minus the principal. Next one, number 4, Brian is going to deposit $4,500 into a simple interest account that earns 3.5% every year. Determine the total amount of money Brian will have at the end of 7 years. Okay, so on this one, the question says determine the total amount. So that means we're going to be finding the A. And then is it simple or compound? Well, it says right here simple. So that's going to be the simple formulas over here that we look at. We want the A. So we're going to first find the interest, I equals PRT. And then we're going to do the account balance of the principal plus the interest. Moving along, so we have now number 6. Calculate the interest earned and the total balance if $1,400 is deposited into a savings account that earns 6% compound interest compounded annually. Now on this one, it wants you to calculate the interest, the I, and it also says the total balance, so the total balance is the A. So this one for the compound, it's going to need both formulas. So remember, both formulas for compound, it's going to start with the A equals principal 1 plus R to the exponent T, and then from there we would find the interest, and to find the interest for compound, it's the account balance minus the principal. Number 7, Keon deposits $1,000 into an account that earns 4% simple interest each year. Calculate the interest he earns after 3 years. Now for this one, it says calculate the interest, so we just want the I. Then it's a simple question. Now if I look at my formulas from earlier, I want the simple formulas. It only asks for the interest, so it's going to be I equals P times R times T. So that one is finished. Number 8, June opened a savings account with a one-time deposit of $500. The savings account will earn 5% compound interest each year. How much interest will June's initial deposit earn at the end of 3 years? So this one wants the interest, so that's going to be the I, and it is a compound question. Now if I look at the formulas, I have the simple interest formula, no, but I want the compound interest formula. So make sure you're looking at the correct formulas. If we want the interest, we're first going to have to find the A, the account balance, do our calculations, and then from there we can find the I by subtracting the account balance minus the principal. So when you're doing this assignment, make sure you pay close attention to what the question is asking. If it's asking for just the interest, or if it wants the total amount, and if it's talking about compound or simple interest. Then look at your formulas, and hopefully you jot these down so you have them to refer to. Let me know if you have any questions. Now if you end up watching the video until the end, and you notice I skipped number 5, it was in there somewhere, but send me a message when you submit your assignment that I skipped number 5, and I will add extra points. All right, good luck.